Okay. So, when we last left off, the party had gone to the beach and enjoyed a time there, meeting a strange snake man and his friend Crab. The snake man tried to steal the party's bag of holding, but party is far too witted for that. Snake man tries to run, party stops him, and then a Fomorian giant shows up. But the party dispatches it of no problem. After which they enjoyed a evening's rest and journeyed on to Neverwinter, where they immediately split up and, upon concerns of Chilbu being disliked by the Lord. So most of the party goes to Castle Neverwinter, where Chilbu and Tia go to the orphanage. There's a meeting met with the king, the lord, not a king, lord, and also has discovered that there is a member of the Circle of Eight meeting with the Lord at the time. That's interesting.
Yeah, sure is.
But now we will catch up with Chilbu and Tia as they walk down the street towards Chilbu's orphanage.
Is this before or after we have acquired said treats?
You have acquired your treats.
Okay. Well, Silbu's fairly happy. Walking with us, skipping his step.
You seem to be in a good mood.
Chilbu has been gone for a long time. Wasn't sure if I'd ever see them again.
Well, it is good to see that you're excited. It says a great deal about who we're about to meet.
Just, yeah, she's special. It should be fun.
And you both arrive at the orphanage. It's a tall, large, plain kind of building. Definitely with the idea of space is better than quality.
Yep. That makes perfect sense. Chilbu will be polite enough to usher Tia in and not just run in and go off on his own.
So, you open the door, ushering Tia in. Tia is then blindsided by a small, darting red figure who runs straight into Tia, knocking her down. Oof. Oh, sorry. And then the red figure, a small tiefling child, runs off into another room.
So watch out for flying children.
Clyde, what did I tell you? Watch where you're running. And now standing in the foyer, a not tall, but not short, kind of mid-range, like 5'7", 5'10"-ish. A half-elven woman. Wearing kind of just like general commoner clothes, but with a symbol on their neck that I'm trying to remember what it is. No, I don't remember.
I never established their god, so you could make it up.
Yep, it's going to be a symbol until I make that decision. A symbol of nondescript hangs on her neck. Oh, Chilbu. And a friend. It's been a while, Chilbu. Where have you been?
Saving the world. This is my friend Dragon Frontier.
Pleasure to meet you, Tia. Shakes hand. And a pleasure to meet you as well. Well, come in. You're going to let a draft in.
Cora, this is my dragon friend Tia. No response, just cool. Okay, never mind. Close the door. Jobu closes the door.
I've met Dragonborn before. Albeit never one with so few scales.
No, she's not a dragonborn. She's a dragon.
Oh, my apologies. But I've also met plenty of draconic sorcerers, Chilbu. Now come on, tell me where you've been all week.
Tia? Maybe it's easier if you explain.
I am a dragon, daughter of Bahamut. Oh. Where the hell did you find a dragon, Childu?
I think Bosch called her. She tried to eat me once, but we're cool now.
And who's Bosch?
Bosch is the orc. He'll be here soon.
You really have had quite the week, haven't you?
2 more friends. One's a sword. Ah! Are you still okay, Jabu? Very fast sword that just appeared in the in the room out of nowhere.
No, I think that was in your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
The connection's going to end soon, so Veritas would double check with you.
Oh,
Everything
Chobu is
okay?
searching. Chobu is fully searching for you. I don't know if this has happened at a distance yet. Yeah. I'm back at the orphanage. Where are you? We're still trying to get the keys. Just double checking to make sure you're okay. Oh, okay. Bye. Bye. I'm
Does
assuming
Chobu
Chobu's
say that
doing
out?
all this out loud. Yeah, Chobu's doing all that out loud.
Chilbu, who are you talking to?
The ghost sword? His name is Veritas. He talks in my head sometimes. So, he's getting the keys to our new business. But, he'll be here soon.
Okay. I think... let's head upstairs. Get you in bed. You're clearly exhausted.
It is daytime, but Chobu can take a nap.
Yes, up we go. She will take you to your room and put you in bed. Get some damp cloth and put it over your head.
Oh, man. Okay. This should be fun.
Alright. Now, just rest here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take care of everything else.
See you soon, Cora.
The rest of the party, after a while, you have retrieved the keys to your new property and are making your way to the orphanage. Along the way, though, Eve, you spot a large building, and you immediately recognize it as the Hall of Knowledge, reminding you of your original trip and reason.
Eve, like, is walking next to you guys and just kind of, like, stops dead, and you look and she's just not there.
Eve is carrying Veritas, so
Oh, yeah.
Where are we going?
Eve is just kind of standing there in the middle of the road, staring at the building with big eyes. Oh, there it is. My goodness.
What? What?
Eve points to the building. The Hall of Knowledge. Huh. This place was the reason I came to Neverwinter originally, before I happened across that poster. Oh.
Hall of Knowledge?
Yes, a Hall of Knowledge. It's kind of.
How can a hall have knowledge? Isn't a hall a, hall?
Ah, yes and no, Veritas. It's a little bit, it's a cross between a temple and a great big library. Lots of useful knowledge in there. Oh, I'd love to get my hands on some of that right now. Is Bosch still walking?
Would probably have noticed you stop. I hope.
It's pretty easy to notice.
Bosh! Bosh,
Uh-huh.
get this! It's a hall that has knowledge.
Okay. What does it know?
I don't know. Miss Eve! What does the hall know?
Eve is kind of snapped out of her trance by this exchange. Oh, well, it'd be easier to show you than tell you, but we're in a bit of a hurry right now. Maybe we'll come back later. Lots of fascinating information in there that might help us, Books and books for all the walls. Oh goodness. She goes back to staring at it.
Veritas will try to do a mind link to the building, and will say,
Goodbye, Hall of Knowledge!
Goodbye, Veritas.
"Do I actually hear that?"
No, that doesn't happen.
That would have been the best twist ever. Surprise, the Hall of Knowledge was the big bad the entire time. But anyway, we're wasting time. Gotta get back to Chibu for now. But this points at it. I'll see you later. She said, addressing the hall directly.
I was thinking of Santa at the moment, so. So, you continue on down the lane towards where Chilbu told you the orphanage was. And lo and behold, you arrive there.
So is this the kind of thing where we knock on the door or just kind of go in?
I'd imagine that it'd be polite to knock. A lot of people's home, after all.
I guess so.
Which one of you knocks?
Evil attempted.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, you knock on the door. After a few moments, a half-elven woman will come to you, plainly dressed, and the symbol has been decided on a crescent moon strung like a bow. Hello? How can I help you? Are you here for adoption?
Oh, no, not quite. Or speaking for myself, anyway. Glances up at Bosch. Well, no, we actually came after our friend Chilbu. Did he make it here all right?
He did. And he did mention an orc.
Yeah.
And your name is Bosch, then?
Yeah, that's my name.
All right. If you are Chilbu's friends, then yeah. She opens the door a little bit wider and lets you in. He's currently upstairs in his room. I'll take you there.
Excellent, thank you.
Watch out for the screaming children. On cue, a pack of screaming children runs by. And will lead you to Chilbu's room. Opening the door, you see Chilbu in bed with claws of water.
Oh, hey, Chilbu, you not feeling okay?
Chilbu's taking a nap because his head isn't right?
Yes, he was speaking in to the air to no one. And I know the day is rather hot, so I brought him in here to cool him down.
Oh. That is interesting.
Kind of glances down towards the mocks in their sheaths, semi-accusingly.
Hello!
But his temperature does seem to be coming down. I think that it was only just a mild heat stroke. Just, Chilbu, I want you to take it easy, alright? No more running out for a week in the heat.
Chilbu looks over at Miss Eve. And are they both still daggers from the trip?
There hasn't been any reason for him to change shape, I believe.
Okay. One of those
Chelavi
is the
actually-
ghost sword.
Chelavi turned into a rapier at some
Okay.
point.
The rapier's his big sister, but she's nice. That sword lady.
I'll go get you some water, Chilbu.
No, it was the dagger.
She's already left the room.
Damn it.
Chilbu, buddy. What you're saying makes perfect sense in context, but without context, you just sound like a total nutter, just so you know.
She believed in Tia. Who is
Tia
where
here?
now?
She's in the room.
She's been hanging out in my room watching me sleep.
I've had nowhere else to go.
Don't play with
And-
the children. Just
And Bosch
don't-
told me to watch over you.
Okay, fine.
Well, we're all here. That's good. Oh, Chilbu. Gotta update you about how things went at the castle. kind of walks over and is there like a chair anywhere in the room near the bed or not?
Not one that are. Yeah, actually, there is a chair that you'll fit in. It'll be very comfortably sized for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this is Chilbo's room. It's actually kind of uncomfortable for Bosch in this room.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty much a kindergartner's room. I apologize, Bosch. But that kindergarten chair will work perfectly for Missy.
I imagine that Bosch had to like crouch, and he's like just like squatting in order to be like eye level with Chilbu, and not hit the roof.
Sitting on the floor is not a big deal. It's mostly clean.
Chilbu closes his eyes and puts out his hands to Miss Eve.
Oh, right. Of course. First things first.
She will get out your share of the money and hand it right over.
Oh, and
How much was that?
It was 100 platinum pieces, if I recall correctly.
Feels a little light, but... Oh no, that looks right. Chilbu opens his eyes and notices that they're platinum and not gold.
Yeah, there's that. And Bosch, I believe we got the key too, right?
Yeah, got the key right here. Kind of took a while, but the lady who got it out was real nice. She has a lot of keys.
Eve turns toward Chilbu and gets like a serious look on her face.
Now, Chilbu, you'd said before that you thought that it was the Duke himself who had a problem with you staying in the city. Is that right?
Was the signature on the actual edict Lord Neverember's, or is it just through the power of Lord Neverember? Yeah.
It actually did have a signature, yes.
Chilbu would not have gotten rid of that edict, so he would bring it out and show it to Miss Eve, basically stating that Chilbu had 3 months to find a suitable person to be tied to as a minion, or else I would be exiled from the city.
Eve reads it with an increasingly confused expression and just kind of like squints at the signature in bafflement. Huh.
That's strange. Does it have like a date on it?
It does. The date would be dated to 3 months ago.
Well, that's very peculiar and unsavory. Well, interestingly enough, when we were talking to him, he didn't appear to have knowledge of this edict. He seemed genuinely surprised when we mentioned the fact that you didn't know if you'd be welcome back here. Right, Bosch? Am I imagining things? He didn't seem to
Oh.
know, right?
He didn't seem...
And he mentioned at one point that he'd been under the impression that if you didn't have a contract, that you wouldn't, that something might happen to you. Not that they would kick you out or anything, but he didn't know if you'd be able to physically stay or some such thing. But that certainly doesn't line up with what we're seeing here. But when we pushed him, he gave us our assurances that you were welcome here and that you're a citizen and you have every right to stay.
I mean, Chilbu's learned not to trust contracts unless they're in writing. So, did you get that in writing?
Ah, well, I asked him if there was some sort of documentation or symbol or something that would prove that you were able to stay here, and he did give us these.
Takes out the badges.
Yes, a
Mm-hmm.
a piece of what looks like maybe silver or brass, unless I said something else. I can't remember what I said for the metal specifically. We'll go with silver
Platinum.
until I forget.
Platinum. You said platinum.
So the silver badges that are produced from Eve are of a weeping eye, and Chilbu, you would immediately recognize it as the symbol of Neverwinter.
Oh, these are like honorary guest passes? We'll be fine walking through the city with these.
But not to stay?
Are you sure there's one for me?
Yeah, he gave us them for everyone, I believe. Or everyone he was aware of. Sorry, Veritas.
No worries.
You
I
were
don't really need one.
you were given 4
That's
because
right, one was
one was for Virgil.
Alright, I would assume Chopu would have been forced to doff his armor before he was put into bed. So,
How can you
Chopu
be
will just...
like, yes, it's too hot, take it off.
Chopu will just hold his hands out and ask for one so he can pin it to his shirt. And then just kind of stare down at it. I mean, at least I'm safe for now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he said, all of us, you're the one closest to a citizen here. Kind of implied we might get to become citizens someday, but we aren't now.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure he actually specifically said when I asked that Chilbu was already a citizen and had the right to stay here. But if you're not gonna trust words, only anything on paper, then I guess that's not really worth a whole lot.
I mean, Chopu was a citizen, I guess, but this paper says that with no contract, I'm exiled. So doesn't that revoke my citizenship?
No. He did. I think when he was talking to you, boss, she asked about a contract, right? And you mentioned the friendship contract, didn't you?
Hmm. Yeah, and as long as he keeps, or as long as somebody keeps signing every day, doesn't that mean he's good?
DM, to be clear, this friendship contract is something that Chobu came up with. Like, it's
Correct.
not the same contract. Yeah.
Correct.
So I don't think they would. This isn't. They didn't know about the friendship contract. I'm not even sure if they know it's temporary. I made up that. They wanted me to be a true contracted familiar.
Well, he didn't seem to have an idea that it was a different thing when Bosch was talking about it. So maybe he's just gonna assume and leave you alone about it?
I mean, the vibe I got was that they wanted me to be under control.
Ridiculous, like we need controlling. Well, what we don't know won't hurt him. Won't hurt anyone else either, including you, right?
Jobu, can I see the contract?
Are you a dagger?
Maybe.
Miss Eve, you may show him the contract.
Eve draws the Veritas dagger and displays him.
Oh. This is the stupid contract that's keeping you.
You wanted to see the edict, or you wanted to see my friendship contract?
The edict.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, seems fairly legally binding.
Deceive.
Hmm?
You see Veritas stretch like the it doesn't turn like the dagger turns into more of like a softer material and it stretches and sticks onto the paper.
Veritas? What you doing there?
Stupid contract. It
No,
go
no,
away.
no. Let's not harm the stupid contract. It's possibly important to be able to read the exact wording, so let's just gently let it go. I know.
paper. My piece of paper so powerful. Veritas can eat it. No more piece of paper.
You can eat it, but you can't eat the words. Those have already been spoken, they're already binding. It's complicated, but I know, I wish I could just tear it up too. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Veritas, let's go of
did
it.
write it down.
I mean, I'm sure they're keeping a copy of the official version in either City Hall or at Lord of Neverember's estate, so technically if you ate that copy too, then it would disappear. But the people who wrote it would remember.
And maybe write a new one.
Fine. Veritas will not eat stupid paper.
Good.
Just in case, Miss Eve, probably. You look the nicest. Could
Oh,
you, hold on to my contract and make sure to sign it every day? Just in case someone asks?
Oh, well, sure, if that's what you want, Chilbu. Absolutely. Be happy to do that favor.
I mean, that seemed like a pretty important part of them letting me stay here, so just in case they want to verify.
Fair enough. If they ask, I'll have it ready and waiting to show them with my signature neatly at the bottom. And maybe not let them read too.
Well, it's an Infernal. Most of those idiots can't read that.
There are some learned people in positions of power. I wouldn't assume. I mean, if I know it.
Aren't you like the heiress of the sorceress of the pirates?
He bursts out laughing.
Oh my! Well, that would be an interesting title, wouldn't it? No, not quite. I just happened to grow up in a household of people who really like books. And my mother is pretty cool, but certainly not a pirate.
Jobu squints skeptically. If Miss Eve says so.
Eve's smile fades and she just kind of glares.
Certainly not a pirate.
I mean,
I've seen pirates. This he doesn't seem like a pirate.
Eve smiles.
Thank you, Veritas.
We normally fly ships in space.
No.
And what do these pirates look like then?
They have yellow skin.
Yellow skin.
Yeah, they were the worst. They love throwing us in the bags.
That ringing any bells?
Roll Arcana.
Yes!
You know what a gith is. What Githyanki are.
Eve's eyes get very wide.
Oh. Oh, those are the people that were throwing you guys. Okay.
Do not like pirates.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
After
quick idea. Sorry, Max. Quick idea. If people remember the contract and they can write it again, even if we steal their copy, then can't we also talk to those people and convince them to write a new one that isn't exiled Shobu? The Lord seems to like us.
Well, it seems like technically the Lord has approved of my contract as fulfilling this contract. So Chilbu is no longer exiled? As long as we stay in the favor of Neverwinter.
So we're good then.
But we're not staying here. Yeah, we're not staying here now, so it's not really that big of a deal. The problem is if I want to live here, one of you would have to stay with me.
Jilbu, don't you want to live here? I thought that was kind of the point a little bit of you saving up and everything, right?
I mean, ideally, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Why is that?
Well, if I live here, then I can't adventure with you, right? Unless you guys are all... Unless you guys were splitting up after we rescued Virgil.
Seems like that's a long time away still. I mean, it's far.
Deal, fly us.
Even with Tia, that's quite a way away. Bosch is right. This might take a while. But still, that's really nice to know. But you want to stick with us? Or this group? You guys are pretty great. Well, whether or not you want this place to be your home permanently, Bosch's idea is a good one. It might be to your benefit for us to attempt to get an alternative edict out of the sky, just so if the time comes when you do want to settle down here permanently, that you can do it without having to rely on anyone for it.
That'll be nice eventually, but It doesn't seem like it's the biggest priority until I'm settling down, and that's not going to be for a while.
That's true. Guess we should be focusing on one thing at a time. Ah, speaking of,
He kind of jumps up and fiddles on her person for the coin that she was given.
I need to talk to a Ms. Cora Moonrun. You said that she was the one who runs this place, was she, Jilbo?
Yes, that's me, as you see Cora enter the room again with some water.
Oh crap, okay. I was like, was she here the whole time? That's not good, okay.
Well, she's coming back eventually. I was just waiting for a good moment.
Okay.
Oh, goodness, hello! Here you come back!
Yes. Here's your water, Chilbu. Drink up. Not too fast.
You talk to Cora, and Chilbu will sprint out of the room.
Don't run.
Guess that happens a lot here.
It's hard to control children. Just do what you can to make sure they don't kill themselves.
Do you have any other advice about children?
Who was that?
Hi, I'm Veritas.
I now need to decide what she does. You see this energy start radiating out from her. And where are you, Veritas?
Dagger wiggles. Hi.
Backs up a couple steps.
Oh no. What's going on here?
You know, it's polite to ask someone before you just invade their mind.
I wasn't told to talk out loud, so I've been talking in people's heads. That's how I normally do around here.
All right. Is that weapon yours? Speaking to Eve.
Well, doesn't really belong to anyone. He's his own person, after all, but he's been helping me and the others out, of course. So he's one of us. Ah, I'm sorry we've been a little rude. My name is Eve Harkett. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Cora.
You already know I'm Bosch.
Yes.
Hello.
And the dagger is Veritas.
He is, yes.
Oh, oof. How's her expression? How hostile is she looking right now?
Not hostile, but she definitely is looking at the dagger and not... untrusting would be the word.
Look, I know it's a bit strange, man, but this individual has been nothing but kind and helpful to all of us. Any one of us can vouch for him.
In her head, she thinks, except maybe Chilbu.
Keep
Nice
an
helped us
eye
a
out.
lot.
I wouldn't want it around my charges.
Josh's eye goes up to his lance that he's been carrying through.
But you said you wanted to speak to me.
Eve's eyes had kind of narrowed a bit, but she made an effort to widen them again in a non-hostile expression. And it's like, yes. So we were actually sent here, referred by a friend of yours, as I understand it. And she kind of unwraps where she'd had the coin tied around her wrist and kind of hands it to Ms. Moonrun.
I don't have many friends left, as you handed the coin. Oh. Those friends.
Yeah.
She goes over to the door and shuts it.
Yes, Ms. Adabun sends her regards, as does Sister Garael.
Sister Garael?
That's
She
right.
was here a few days ago.
Oh, thank goodness she made it. Oh, I was worried when she set out by herself. How was she doing? Did anything bad happen on the road?
There's a puff of brimstone and smoke, and Chilbu enters the room. How many times have I told you not to do that inside, Chilbu?
This is Chilbu's room.
Right.
Hello.
Anyway, yes. Sister Grail was here a couple of days ago. She was looking for... Or, wait, no. Sister Grail was... Yes, that's right. Sister Grail... I got them mixed up for a moment. Sister Grail was here about a week ago. She was seeking assistance for the dragon problems. I could not help her.
Oh, it was a week ago. You haven't seen her since?
I have not. I assume she went back home.
Well,
It's
When?
pretty much just one way back, right?
DM, how long ago did Eve have that conversation with Sister Garael where she was going to go back to Neverwinter to look for Quinn? Was it?
Yes, that was Gwen, and that was about 2 days ago, I think. Maybe more. That was right before you left to go to Gnome Garden, I believe.
Mhm.
So 2 or 3 days ago.
Is it likely for us to have outpaced her because we were flying on dragons? Or
She
Should we
should
have seen
she
her?
should have been here by now.
Hmm.
all right. Well, maybe she had something to attend to on the way here. Last we spoke with her, she was actually heading back here to Neverwinter, and that was a few days ago. There has been some Zentarim activity that she was concerned about.
I've heard this as well, but I don't really do that kind of thing anymore. I've been
Right.
more concerned keeping the children safe, especially with the disappearances.
That's right. Yeah, we heard those mentioned before. That must be difficult and worrying. Understandable that you're focused on the home front. Sorry, Bosch, were you going to say something?
Oh no, it's okay.
But we actually, I know you aren't doing that sort of thing, but if maybe we could ask for some assistance from the others you know. That's what Sister Grail kind of pointed us in this direction for, because we have a bit of a problem. And the way I understand it, we now share a common enemy with your people as well. So we're at odds with the Kenches and are looking for help on that front.
That is unfortunate.
We'll say.
The Kenches have been an enemy of the Harpers for a long time now. You would likely find friends in the Harper circles. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any Harpers left in the city.
None?
After speaking with Sister Grail, my normal Harper contacts have gone quiet.
After speaking with Sister Grail, you mean when she was here a week ago?
Yes.
How many contacts did you have in the city before?
Not many, a handful. There's usually about 5 or so agents. The numbers fluctuate from time to time. We like to keep an eye on Never Ember just to make sure he doesn't do what he did in Waterdeep.
And none of these people are responding anymore? You haven't been able to contact any of them?
No. It has been worrying.
That is unfortunate.
Hence why I've locked down here. I do my best not to keep any of the children out of my sight.
All very lucky to have you, I'm sure.
I'm all Muslim have.
How, if, pardon the intrusion, how would you go about contacting these people that you've lost touch with? Is there anything we can do to help? Maybe try to, we're short on time, but maybe we can try to help track them down for you, since you're busy here.
You might, kind of looks to Chilbu. I'm concerned. I don't want... Y'all friends of Chilbu, and I don't want to see Chilbu come to harm.
Chilbu doesn't die easily, even when frozen.
I'd rather you didn't have to die at all, Chilbu.
Well, ma'am, you'll be to know then that this man here is one of the sturdiest people I've ever met, has survived direct confrontations with a white dragon and has slain it by his own hand.
You went off and fought the damn dragon?
Yep. Chilbu pulls out his gun.
And you... What did I tell you about messing with that stuff?
It's dangerous.
And?
Don't point it at the children.
And?
Chilbu, stop listening.
I am taking notes.
And to stay safe. To not seek danger.
The dragon kind of found us.
After you ran off.
Where else was I supposed to go? I was getting kicked out.
What gave you that idea? I wasn't going to kick you out.
Want to show her the...
Couldn't protect me
Edict?
from the edict. She knows about it. You couldn't protect me. You know that. The kids are too important.
I could have hidden you here. They would never have known.
Because my old master had so many friends that I'd run off to? I had to go. But I found new friends. And we saved the world temporarily. May have. You know what? That part's not important. We saved the world from the dragon. And now we need to get our last friend back.
Yes.
Skipping a lot of steps, but yeah, kind of what we're doing next.
Isn't that what we're talking about? Isn't that what we're talking about, the Kenches?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
He explains. The last member of our party was unfortunately abducted by the Kenches and is currently languishing in the dungeon.
Ah.
Which is why we've come for aid from your people. It seems we're gonna need it.
And you won't stop unless... Alright.
Chilbu's plan is to knock on the door and shoot him.
But, Chilbu, that's...
I'd rather you be safer than that. Than just going out and seeking danger, but... Alright.
And can you help?
Go to the House of Knowledge. Ask the librarian and tell them that you want to find the Swallow section.
Swallow section. Alright. So, people in the House of Knowledge are a part of the organization as well.
They're friends. Mostly because tyrants, in order to hold on to their power, limit knowledge. Makes them natural enemies.
That makes a lot of sense.
But they're not fighters.
Miss Cora. You have any more
Yes.
tips on raising kids?
Tips on what?
Yeah, he eats things and shits out kids. I don't know.
What? First, in Chibu language. Secondly,
It's
what?
biological.
Not the word you needed to use.
Gonna be a father one day.
That's right. I really don't know what kind of advice to give a dagger, but
I've been writing down some of this stuff. It's pretty good. Don't point guns at kids. They're rambunctious. Don't teleport in front of them with like Chilbu's teleport. Yeah.
most importantly, just love them. That's the best advice I can give you.
Thank you.
Yes, but go to the House of Knowledge and ask for the Swallow section.
Side note, Cora, any of the graduates, are any of them good at business?
No. Why?
Well, we've acquired an old trading company by the docks. As of now, it's just an empty building, but we were hoping to possibly maybe invest and have some passive income.
That is a lot of work. And something that I don't think children really should get into.
Well, I asked about the children. I've asked about the people that have grown up. But if none of them are able to help, we'll figure it out.
Maybe you
Do you
can
know
look
any
it
good
up in the
contractors?
Hall of Knowledge.
In the swallow section?
Probably not there, but if they've got people you can ask to help find stuff, maybe they can help you. Us.
I mean, worst case scenario, we can probably turn it into a second orphanage. This isn't very lucrative.
Anyway, is there anything else that I can help you with? Chulu, where'd you go?
I think that will be everything we need for now. Thank you very much for your
Thank
help.
you, Miss Cora.
If you need a place to stay, my doors are open. I have a few more rooms that can be used.
What do you think? I mean, though we've got the key, we can go in and at least look what their place looks like. It's probably covered in dust. My guess.
Yeah, probably, but it's probably safe. And I wouldn't want to impose.
It's not imposing at all.
I think it might be safer to stay there. Let's go.
All right. Thank you again.
Just keep Chilbu safe and out of trouble.
We'll do our damnedest. Don't worry. I'll make it. Have my word.
All right. Thank you. So, you leave the orphanage. I presume head off to your new building.
Yep, Chilbu power walks outside, trying to get far away before Miss Cora realizes how much candy I just left in her orphanage.
I'm kind of curious what kind of candy Chilbu would have gotten.
Chilbu, when he buys candy, spends 10 gold. He gets all of the candy. The person goes home for the week, takes his family on vacation.
Also, with all of this talk from Ms. Moonrun about keeping her children safe and children shouldn't be involved in business, Eve, does a quick once-over of Chilbu to reassess his apparent age. He has a beard, correct? He is visibly not a child.
Oh yeah, yeah. Chilbu's older. Chilbu's lived here for 14 years, but when I came here, I was a child. So I kind of always will be seen as a child to her. I also act kind of like a kid still, so. But yeah, Chilbu's older. Chilbu's no longer a child. He's probably in his early 30s. Actually, no, I need to calculate that out again. I don't know when I said how old I am.
Old enough to have a beard.
I'm just saying, I saw kids in middle school with beards.
I mean,
I definitely had a mustache and beard at 12.
They grew up so fast.
And we don't know very much about imp biology.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Chilbu's in his 30s because he was a young teen when he got here. Spent a couple decades here, or like a decade and a half here. So at least 30, maybe a little older.
Chilbu is significantly older than Eve.
Oh. You may be the oldest. Well,
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
maybe
pretty
the
sure
oldest.
Chilbu's the oldest in the group, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, you don't count.
Mentally.
we catch how old Veritas is? Not Veritas, sorry, Virgil.
Yeah, I think Virgil was also like right around that 30 age, but I think I was a little older than him. I don't know. He was fully a town's guard and then was killed, right? So he's got to be definitely a full adult.
Do Dompiers continue aging after dying?
How long have you been 17?
Oh no.
Exactly.
Oh god, anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah, sorry, taking this off the rails quite a bit.
it's fine.
Sorry, guys.
So it starts to... The sun is starting to set at this point. about early evening, late afternoon-ish, somewhere in there. And you proceed back to your newly acquired building, keys in hand. And if you go to open it, it looks very much on the inside as it does on the outside, run down and in disuse. There's very little furniture. It's mostly kind of like a big open space.
This place is great. Has so much potential.
This is perfect.
Is it just one floor?
It is just one floor. It looks like it was a warehouse, mostly.
It have one of those wraparound, like, walkway things. You take a step up, you get to the manager's office, and then kind of observe from up top.
No. The manager's office is more or less where you entered, and it looks like the wall that was separating the two areas collapsed.
Ah. Prime real estate, at least?
It's alright.
We'll figure something out. For now, let's clean up a spot, and I guess Jason should get out of the fantasy world and go back to Chilbu. For now, we can find a place to sleep. We'll figure this out tomorrow.
It's pretty much like camping out in the wilderness, except roof.
There are holes in the roof.
About that. Eve will cast the dome. And pass around the jar of pickles that she bought. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 jars of pickles.
Alright. You settle down for the evening. Is there anything anyone wants to do before the long rest is taken?
Well, if Celebi is down for more training.
Certainly. Give me an intelligence check.
Alright.
With advantage because Celebi's helping you.
That checks out.
You don't make a lot of progress. Mostly just kind of going over it and rehashing out, just trying to lock in that image. Not a lot of progress is made, unfortunately.
Okay.
If nothing else,
We can really make the neighbors love us and have some band practice.
Eve's excited at this. Oh my goodness, that's actually a wonderful idea! Now that we know we can all jam together, we should practice! Make it a real thing!
if you want to practice, go ahead and make a group performance check.
Oh boy.
Minus Veritas. Veritas is practicing his own thing.
Yeah. I do not have a way to add my proficiency to this roll, so just add 3 to it. Hey, 30-20.
Actually, pretty good practice. And no one calls the guards.
good for us.
Best neighbors ever.
So you practice one way or another, trying to improve one's own skills. But eventually you all take a long rest. And we're going to do some downtime. So there'll be kind of like a shifting in gears for this one. Just kind of tell me what you'd like your character to do over the next couple of days.
Chobu would like to look for a group of highly motivated but probably slightly outcasted individuals who seem like they can do some basic cleaning and contracting work. Basically, got to pick up some people from Home Depot. I don't know if you guys have that out there, but that's what we do in California when we need stuff done.
Okay.
And I'm assuming with the slight racism problem in Neverwinter that there's probably some races out there that can't get the greatest of jobs, so I'd rather employ some of them to help fix up the building.
Being in the Dark Ward and you actually do. There actually are people that are kind of. What's it called? There's almost like pockets of groups down by the docks that are just kind of there, awaiting someone to come and hire them.
Yep. That's what I'm looking for. Chobu will have them start fixing up the place. Basic cleaning. Rebuild.
Right.
Actually, maybe tear down the manager's section, because we don't know if we're going to build anything there yet. Let's just leave it at open layout for now. But yeah, cleaning, fixing the roof. That's the goal.
Okay.
Maybe put up a Eat the Feywild sign if we can find someone to make one of those.
Let's see. For the week, and for all that you're asking, and for the amount of labor that would be required, I would say probably about 5 gold.
God, this economy sucks.
Yes, it does.
Chobu will pay them 10 and ask them to do a very good job.
For 10, they'll do a very good job.
That's literally less than what we spent on funnel cakes. Alright. But yeah, Chobu will probably be supervising this for a while, so anybody else have anything they want to do?
I mean, Bosch didn't have specific plans. Probably offer to help with that work, but since he is not proficient with any kind of artisan's tools, he would probably get in the way. Though he'd be good at tearing down the wall, I bet. Oh, somebody's making exhaust noise, apparently.
A very high-powered carriage goes by.
Yes.
Of
He would
course,
spend
Chobu
some
and his
time-
generosity did spend did pay them in copper and silver, just because I don't want to destroy the economy. You know,
Of course
it's
he
easier to
did.
pass those around.
All right.
He did give them a platinum and ask them for change.
I'm not a heathen, okay?
So yeah, Bosch would spend some time. Oh, geez. I want to get its name wrong, but my pet rock, Pebs. There we go. I want to spend time with Pebs and try to establish a bond there. would probably also try to get Tia involved, because his original idea was to get a pet as a thank you gift for Tia. I don't know if she has any interest in playing with a rock.
All right, you spend some time with Tia and Pebs. I'll say, because I'm trying to think of like any benefits that could come from this.
It can just be, if it doesn't need to be a role, it can just be something that I do another time. The other thing I would probably do, if there's not a lot useful, I don't think that Bosch could do, or that he would think of doing. I'm not going to be useful at the House of Knowledge. Would go shopping and see if I can find for random shit, and so that I can try to find anything useful.
All right. For shopping, you don't find any like magical items, but any basic items are available to you.
Okay. Will you allow me to, like, if you want to come back, I'm going to just flip through the
Sure.
book and see if there's anything I want.
And I'd like a charisma check and an intelligence check from you as well.
Sure.
All right.
4 charisma and 6 intelligence.
All right.
Oof.
My presumption is that Veritas would want to continue practicing with Celebi. But I don't think he's here right now.
Yeah.
What would Eve like to do?
Is the House of Knowledge Swallow section errand something that we're going to be doing later altogether, or is that a thing I should do now?
So, when you go to the House of Knowledge the next day, you find that it is actually closed for the day. The particular day that you went on was the day that they are closed to the public.
Yeah.
Their cleaning day and reorganization. It's hard to clean and maintenance all of that when there are also a bunch of people there.
Fair point. Well, that day, Eve would probably first attempt to use the conch again to listen in on Lady Kench and see where she's at, if possible.
When you attempt to listen in on Lady Kench, you don't get really useful knowledge. Just kind of like you can hear that she's in a crowd, but it's nondescript and she doesn't really talk to anyone.
Do I hear ocean waves in the background anywhere?
Roll a perception check.
Wow. Oh, I reroll. No, that's not a 1. Never mind.
No, you do not hear any oceans that you can tell. It's a bit hard to try and strain to listen outside the confines of the conch. And for a moment you think you can hear the ocean, but then you realize that the magic wore off and you're just listening to a conch.
All right. Fair enough. In that case, Eve would probably spend most of her day reading a book that she's been neglecting for a long time.
All right.
Oh. Should I do that? Might at some point stop by the orphanage and just casually check and see if Miss Moonrun might have any information about the Circle of Eight or Nistul or what they might be doing here.
All right. You go and see Miss Moonrun after trying to get to the House of Knowledge and ask her about the Circle of Eight. I'm afraid I haven't heard much. That'd be something to ask someone else, someone more arcanely inclined. But I do know that, for the most part, they didn't start here.
Mm-hmm.
The Circle of Eight, as far as I know, originated from a different plane.
From a different plane?
Yes. I'm going to roll a history for her. I don't remember what it was called.
Eve immediately busts out her overview of the planes of existence and just starts rattling off a bunch of names of other planes to try to jog her memory.
That doesn't sound right. No, that doesn't sound right either. You go through all the names that you have. No, none of those sound like the one they're from. Maybe something to see in the House of Knowledge.
Ooh. Eve, if anything, looks even more excited at this. Snaps the book shut. Well, it will be some interesting research then. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Eve reads her book and eats pickled vegetables for the rest of her day.
All right.
How many hours should I log for that?
Roll a con saving throw. It's dry. It is really, really hard to read, especially because you're used to more logical things. This uses, like, it's somehow talking about, like, being like this charismatic speaker and you know, putting yourself out there in the driest way possible. Keeps circling around ideas.
Oh, the irony.
Yes. So, unfortunately, after 7 hours, you have to put it down. Like, you can't keep concentrating on it anymore.
Good enough, and I'll take it.
And then my presumption for Veritas is that he would continue practicing with Celebi.
Yep.
All right. I would like an intelligence check, an insight check, and a performance check.
All right.
All right. We will get to the results of that in a moment. So the next day comes by, And obviously Childu's still doing his work with the construction workers. Veritas is still practicing. Even Bosch, what would you be doing on the second day?
Back to the House of Knowledge.
Yeah, after doing my shopping, I would actually go with Eve to the House of Knowledge. I mean, I don't feel like there's a lot else I can do. Maybe I can do like what I was saying to Chilbu and try to find out how to run a business.
I'm sure that would be very helpful. I think we're going to need some advice in that arena too.
I mean, I can try to help with what you're doing, but I don't know how much help I would be.
But I'm kind of an old hand at researching. But if you'd like to help me, feel free. If you'd rather look up some business information to help with the fledgling business, that's fine as well. Whatever you'd like to do.
Alright, well, Chilbu seems to know what he's doing.
Sending everybody to their strengths. I'm the tinkerer, she's the researcher, and you create relationships. Go get 'em, Bosch.
Oh, okay, I'll look up business stuff then.
All right. The two of you head off to the House of Knowledge, which today is open. Heading on inside, you do see a impressive collection of books and tomes and knowledge.
Eve, upon walking in, just like does a slow 360 and like is more or less bouncing up and down in excitement.
That's a lot
Almost
of
falls
books.
over backwards as she's trying to walk backwards to take it all in.
You do see a little reception desk with a thin-rimmed, spectacled elf, kind of just making notes.
Eve will excitedly motion to Bosch and walk over.
Excuse me.
Yes, how can I help you?
Yes. We were wondering if you could direct us to the swallow section.
He didn't actually look up to you when you said that, when you first addressed him, but then when you say the swallow section, I'm afraid there is no swallow section.
Eve's smile gets a little bit hard.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess we were misinformed by the person who referred us here. Should we go back and tell her, boss, that we were turned away?
If you are looking for swallows, however, I would recommend going to the fowl section just down the hall there.
Well, let's see if we can't find what we're looking for there, shall we?
Okay.
Alright, going down this aisle of books, there are a lot of books on birds. Just birds in general. Like ducks and geese and chickens. But funny enough, you do not find a book on swallows. In fact, where you would find a book on swallows, you instead find an empty place.
Looks like someone's using it.
Maybe. Or
Eve will inspect the shelf and reach in and see if there's anything in there.
You reach in there and you pull out a coin that looks a lot like the one that Miss Quinn gave you.
We already had one of those.
Eve will kind of look around with her hands on her hips to see if there is anywhere obvious that might require us to go with this object.
Roll a perception check. You turn around to address Bosch, and you notice that down the hall where once a wall was, you see a door.
Oh, Bosh, look!
You do not
Yeah.
see a door, Bosch.
Huh?
There's a hall right there.
I know, the thing at the end of the hall. Look!
Nothing.
Nothing?
Eve kind of like grabs him by a finger and like attempts to rush down the hall with him.
I'll go along with that.
Eve, you approach a door. Bosch, you are quickly approaching a wall.
There's a wall right there.
What? You can't see. Oh. Here, maybe try this.
She'll like put the coin in your hand.
Bosch, you now are holding a coin in front of a wall.
Yep. It's a wall.
Well,
Eve looks back.
There's a door.
oh, that's weird. Alright. I'll try like that, but,
Eve will attempt to open the door.
You open the door. Inside, you see a small firelit study. There's a chair facing the fireplace.
I see Eve disappear into a wall.
You watch Eve mime the action of opening a door.
you see it now? Look
Huh.
inside.
You just tended to open a door.
No! Oh my, okay. Just trust me. Do you trust me?
Sure.
Okay, Eve will attempt to push him ahead of her through the doorway.
Bosch, you are pushed into a wall. It is solid. And maybe granite?
Oh,
Just double checking. Did you bring Chelavi and Veritas along on this crazy adventure?
No,
Oh.
you two are practicing.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah. Nobody
I don't
witnessed
think I
Eve
understand what's going on.
face into a wall.
oh
You
my
hear the faint sound of a shh.
Sorry. I don't think this is gonna work, and we're probably not being very subtle. Bosh, I guess why don't you hang out here, and I'll be back shortly, hopefully.
Hold on one sec. Let me try something. I will go back to the shelf and look and see if I can pull out a coin.
You reach in and you do not find any coin.
Okay. Guess then I'll stand here and read about ducks for a little while.
You'll always find the business section if you want. I'll catch up with you afterward.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just I didn't know if things might go bad, but bad could things go in a wall.
That's the spirit.
Okay, I'll see you later then.
Okay. Eve will slip inside.
I'm gonna stand and watch, see what happens to Eve.
You watch Eve walk through a wall. And Eve, the door closes behind you. And Bosch, you are left with the sight and smell of a library. Free to read whatever you wish.
Okay. I would go back up to the guy in the front and ask him for stuff about running a business.
There is a for dummies section over there.
That's this for dummies, or just all the stuff that's for dummies?
There are many things.
Okay. Place to start. I'll come back if I need something better.
You find a whole books of for something for dummies.
I find entrepreneurship or something along those lines.
Yes.
Okay.
It's definitely condescending at times, but it does have useful information there.
I mean, it might have been being condescending to me, but that's probably actually what Bosch needs right now. I got the right thing for the wrong reason.
All right. Eve, you are in a small study. There's a crackling fireplace and a chair facing it.
Eve glances around and then folds her hands and doesn't go in any farther and just slightly like,
Sorry to intrude. May I enter?
Oh. Why, yes, of course. And standing from the chair, you see an old man with a white beard and very complete beard, I should say. He's round. You could say he has a tummy that shakes like jelly. His robes are red and kind of plain, with white trim. Welcome to my study.
Eve curtsies.
Oh, thank you very much, good sir. Sorry about all the fuss. Was trying to get in here with my friend as well. Didn't realize it was a one ticket per customer thing.
Yes, sorry about that. It's not very obvious, I know.
Ah, where are my manners? My name is Eve Harkett. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. This is a lovely study you have.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Eve.
Ah, I was referred here by some friends of mine. She kind of like shows the coin. Ah, by some acquaintances. Sister Garail, Ms. Quinn, and Ms. Moonrun pointed me in this direction for some assistance. Is there any chance I could have a conversation with you about that?
That is the conversation that I'd like to have with you.
Excellent. And to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
You may call me Bo.
Bo? Sorry.
Oh.
Oh. Very well, Mr. O. Apologies in advance, this is kind of a long story. Eve will quickly rehash what she went over with Cora Moonrun about having a friend abducted by the Kenches and seeing if there is any way she could attain aid since they share a common enemy.
Well, you'll likely need the help of the Harpers.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was under an assumption. Is there any way that I could be connected with them in any way? I know Miss Moonrun mentioned that she was having a hard time tracking down the rest of them from the city.
Yes, unfortunately, they've all been abducted.
I'm sorry?
You've heard of the abductions going around town, yes?
Yes, I've heard mention of the disappearances. They were targeting the Harpers specifically.
It would be hard to tell. They didn't just take the Harpers, but if you knew they were all Harpers, well, then it becomes a bit more obvious. But they are very secretive, even from each other, so it can be hard to tell.
Huh. Oh dear, that is terrible. Do you have any ideas? Any leads of who might be responsible?
I can only tell you that they've been being taken into the Dead City.
Into the Dead City?
That's one of the names for the part of town that surrounds the crevice.
I see.
It's been walled off and enchanted to try and suppress its magical energies, but it still is a haven for necromancers and things of that nature.
Huh. And that's where these people have been taken. Any idea of where? Or just in general?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you.
Eve kind of stares probingly at him. Doesn't know or can't tell me.
Roll an insight. With the apologetic look on his face, he knows, but he can't tell you.
Huh. Alright. And I don't suppose I could ask why that is.
Because no one knows that yet. You need to find out you need to find out for yourself.
He gives a quick once-over of the sky, suddenly a little unsettled.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Side note. No, I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Hmm?
Would I be able to make maybe a religion check to test a theory?
Sure, roll a religion check. You start thinking about it. And as soon as you come to this realization, you realize that you are not holding a coin. You are holding a blank scroll.
Eve stares down at the scroll, just shock on her face, and looks back up at him. Still there, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
Ah, I understand. Goodness.
Hastily bows very low.
Oh, there's no need for that.
There isn't. I appreciate that. Anyway. Thank you very much for the assistance that you're able to give. It means a lot. Really. Alright. Dead City. Is there anything else you wish to share? Or request, or anything I can do for you in return for this knowledge?
I'm afraid that I can't give anything, merely explain what is already known.
Fair enough. Anything that I can offer you in return?
Be cautious. Know that while all knowledge deserves to be known, some knowledge is dangerous.
A look of confusion and conflict crosses Eve's face.
It is a balance that we all try to stride.
Huh.
Just be careful.
Eve goes to bow, remembers what he says, and straightens up again, and just nods.
Thank you very much for your wisdom. I will do my very best to keep that in mind.
I know.
Well, I would hate to keep you for too long. I'm sure you're a busy man.
Funny enough, no. It's honestly rather boring.
Oh.
When you know everything, you don't really have to study.
A sudden look of empathy crosses Eve's face at the thought of never being able to learn.
Oh.
So instead, I focus on the arts.
Eve glances around any visible arts?
It's mostly books and stuff. You actually don't see a whole lot of arts stuff in here. Knowledge is permanent. Art is fleeting. It comes and it goes.
Very true.
Changes.
If that's the case, can I at least offer you a song on my way out?
I'd love to hear one, yes. A genuine smile comes across his face.
Eve will take out her viol and attempt to perform a song. Actually, no. She's gonna not take out the viol. She's gonna take out her old lyre.
Alright. I suppose roll a performance check unless you have something for me.
Unless I have...
I don't know if you have anything prepared.
I'm not gonna sing, so performance check it is. It is, for the record, a song about a myth of a girl who her mother had wished for a daughter instead of the 7 sons that she already had. So her 7 sons were turned into ravens unless the girl was able to weave thistledown clothes for all 7 and turn them back. But she couldn't speak for the entire time she was weaving, and it took over 7 years.
That was beautiful. And sad. But still beautiful.
Thank you very much. I find that some of the best songs are, and the best stories.
Well, I do believe your friend is waiting for you.
Ah, yes, I'll be going. Thank you again, Mr. O.
Yes. Oh, and give my best wishes to Tommen.
Of course he's a friend of yours.
And the door closes. Bosch, Eve has suddenly appeared next to you.
Next to me in the For Dummies section?
Yes. Well, I imagine you would have found a table to read it more comfortably.
Okay, yeah. Oh. Are you done?
Eve just has, like, a shell-shocked look on her face. Not an unhappy one, just a... Whoa.
Yeah. That was, simultaneously less helpful than expected, but also pretty amazing. Well, we have a direction now, which is better than we were before.
Yeah, good place to be.
Anyway, how about you? How are your studies going?
Oh, I mean, I think I got started, but it's a long road.
There are some things I'd like to research too. I think we need to have our priorities in order. We should get back to the others.
Oh. Yeah, it sounds like you learned something important, so yeah, we should go talk.
Yeah, somewhere private.
So, as we're heading out, I will plonk Entrepreneurship for Dummies on the desk with the guy and just be like, thanks, helped a lot. And
Are you checking out?
no, I'm good for now.
All right. Thank you for visiting. I hope you all learned something.
I've learned at least one thing.
Well, that's good.
Eve isn't paying attention. She's just staring into space with a dazed look.
Wanted to go, right?
Yes, let's head out.
All right.
Bet you could spend a long time in there, huh?
Sorry, what was that?
Bet you could spend a long time in there.
Oh, gosh. I could spend years in there. But unfortunately, we don't have that now. I'll have to settle for a little less time a little later.
Well, it's another reason to back here when we've gotten Virgil out. It's like a place you love.
Absolutely.
Right. Let's go talk to the others and try and get that to happen.
All right. You head back to the others. Chilbu's still hard at work supervising.
On the roof, trying to get some shingles going.
You don't know where Veritas and Chelby are. They, with all the activity happening around, they've had to find some place private to practice.
That's unfortunate. Really like to have everyone together for this. Chilpu, did you happen to see where Veritas and Chelby went?
Chilbu's busy.
Oh,
You know that
Alright.
they would come back in the evening.
well, I guess we'll all talk later then. What time is it?
Let's
Roughly.
see. You did this first in the morning, so it's probably about noonish.
Eve will run back to
Ooh.
the house of and research things.
Does Bosch do anything?
We've got some time, so they'll go up on the roof with children. Like, all right, it's your work boss with this stuff. What can I do?
Well, you can either help the workers carry things, or come over here and hammer very softly.
Those both sound like things I'd be good at. But I think the workers don't like me so much. I kind of got in their way. So let me hammer stuff.
All right, and
Roll in athletics.
Okay. Do I break the roof?
All right. You are able to keep your strength in check, and you do not break anything, and do assist with the repair of the roof.
Cool.
Is there anything particular that Eve wants to research?
Oh man, so many things, but to pick one. Just gonna go with priorities. Gonna go with Silver Rock for now.
Roll an investigation check.
Woof.
Ooh.
The
Oh, yeah,
only
no
places
translator.
the only places that you're able to find mention of Silver Rock is just in general of it exists. It is a place. And you get the feeling that this might be on purpose.
That makes sense, actually.
But you do spend your time doing that. Afterwards, you head back to the warehouse, I presume.
Mm-hmm. Also, the blank scroll, is that still a thing, or did it disappear?
No, you still have it.
Huh. Alright. Thanks, Eve. We'll tuck that away, yep, and head back.
Alright. You return to the warehouse, and you do see that Shalavi and Veritas have returned to the warehouse now that the workers have left for the day. Veritas, you've been getting closer, but you're not quite there yet.
Oh, guys, there you are. Oof, welcome back. Alright, everyone, I've got some news. So, from the sounds of it, the Harpers have been out of contact because they've all been abducted. Which would explain the disappearances lately. I don't know exactly where they are, but they're somewhere in the Dead City, beyond the wall, near the rift. So if we want any chance of finding allies here to rescue Virgil, that's where we're gonna have to start. It's not gonna be easy though. Sounds like a very dangerous place in a lot of ways.
But we don't really know. I mean, that's a big part of the city. Should we just start around the rift and search from there?
That might work. I'm well, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I've got a suspicion. Veritas.
Veritas has not responded.
Huh? Veritas. Hey, you okay, buddy?
I was concentrating. What are you saying?
We're gonna have to go into a very dangerous part of the city to rescue our potential allies. I need to ask you a favor. Would you be able to send a message for me?
It's gonna be a tad draining, but I can.
Sorry. I think this might be our best bet, though. You've met Sister Gorail, haven't you?
Yeah?
Can you send a message to her? Asking where she is? Let her know it's from us. Maybe don't copy my voice this time.
And it's a message from you.
Yes, but I don't know. Well, maybe she'd be less likely to notice than my dad. But use your judgment.
Veritas will send a message in Eve's voice.
Sister Grail. We heard about the kidnappings and we're trying to find...
What was the place called?
We don't know the place. We just know it's in the Dead City.
We heard that somewhere in the Dead City that they could be kidnapped. We want to know if you're okay. And if you know where this place might be.
I don't know who this is,
Damn it.
but if you are looking to help me and the Harpers, I have been currently kidnapped, but I don't think I'm in the Dead City.
Okay. And Veritas will relate that back to them.
She said that she's kidnapped. And she said that she's not. She doesn't think she's in the Dead City.
Shite, so she was kidnapped. I was kind of hoping I was wrong on that. But she's not in the Dead City.
That's what she said.
Did you mention anything else about her location?
Nope.
Nothing at all.
Nope.
Not in the Dead City.
Can I call again?
Yes, if you can. You can just ask her for any details she can provide so that we can find us. We can find her.
One more sending in Eve's voice. If there's anything that you can tell us that'll help us find your location, please let us know. We are trying to find you.
This isn't part of the message, but she thinks to herself, why did they change their voice? I don't think I'm in the Dead City because my kidnappers took me in the castle ward and we didn't go that far. I don't even think we went across the bridge.
They were kidnapped in the castle ward. Apparently they weren't taken very far. She said she doesn't even think they went across a bridge.
What? That doesn't make any... Eve is now thinking back to her conversation with... Oh, he didn't seem like he was lying, right?
You could roll an insight check.
Damn.
Was he lying?
Oh.
Eve just kind of flops down and sits on the spot and just runs a hand through her hair in distress.
You okay,
Oh.
Miss Eve?
Yeah, that's alright. That's concerning and confusing on multiple levels. Shite. Alright. I don't know which lead to follow. Are you... Look deeper than the surface. Are you sure that maybe Sister Carole wasn't deceived by some sort of illusion or something? Or knocked out, or...
Do you want me to call again?
Oh god. That's a lot. It was draining, you're already tired. I don't know how much more information she can give us, honestly.
I can call again. I got one more charge in me.
Use... No, I feel like we're not
Wait,
gonna
what
get
would you ask? What would you even ask if you called again? She told you she got kidnapped by the castle and didn't go far. I mean, when they respond to you, it's all in their head, right? They don't have to say things out loud.
Yeah.
Then she doesn't have to lie in front of somebody watching her.
Veritas,
Uh-huh.
if you want to give it one more go, maybe we could try Miss Adver Gwyn instead. She had also left for Neverwinter a while before, and that's why Sister Grail went, right?
So I think we're getting the names mixed up. You guys met Gwen. Sister Grail, you have never met.
Eve did.
You did not. You met with Gwen. She
She
was staying at Grail's house.
Mhm.
The problem is, they both start with G's, so I mix them up sometimes.
Sorry.
I've gone back and forth on them. I've been bad about that. But yes, you have met Gwen on multiple occasions, but you have not met Grail.
Oh. Okay. Never mind.
Grail left before you guys got to Phandalin.
Do you want me to, send anything else?
No, that's okay. Veritas, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with that. Unless, well, we could ask about her situation, how many people are around her, who's guarding her, what their capabilities seem to be, what the area she's in looks like, anything. I don't know if she'd be able to give us much. Who knows, maybe she's blindfolded, I don't know. It's up to you if you think it would be worth the effort for you or not.
And so Veritas calls again.
So sorry.
Is there anything else that you can inform us of your situation? Such as the guards or your condition?
There's not a lot I can tell you. They blindfolded me and put me in a cart. When we arrived at wherever we did, I remember going down some stairs and the temperature dropping. So I think I'm underground. I've been able to remove the blindfold, but it's pitch black, so they can see in the dark.
You see Veritas deflate a bit.
Ah!
Oh, you okay, buddy?
They blindfolded her. And then they took her downstairs somewhere. It got cold. And she said that they can see in the dark.
Okay,
She said she thinks that they might be underground.
okay, that's better information than what we had before. Good job, thank you.
Noodle Veritas is very limp at the moment.
Oh,
And that goes all my 3rd level spells.
oh no. It's okay.
Well, I think I have
We're not
something for this. Let me try this out. We'll put a hand on Veritas and try to give him the spell slot back.
You
Yes.
succeed.
Regain a 3rd level spell slot.
You do.
Dang.
He does not. He reinflates.
A
Oh!
pulse of magical energy leaves Bosch and enters you, Veritas. It is... If magic could taste sweet and spicy,
Ooh! Bosh! Your magic is tasty.
Thanks.
It's sweet and spicy.
I always thought so.
We have some information now. It's more than we had before. Maybe we just start sweeping the area tomorrow.
So you want to go near the castle and look around to find underground spots?
I guess. I don't know, I feel like that's gonna be difficult, but it is the only clue we've got to go on at the moment. Unless, maybe... Doubtful, but do you think maybe Miss Moonrun might know something helpful? We can check in with her before we go. Gotta use all of our assets.
We could try. Don't know that we want to use it on this, but Lord Guy said he was this one. Think him or anybody in there would know about underground spots near the castle?
Now, I believe that during a check about the Zentarim, the information was dropped that they were a part of the Lord's Alliance now? Somehow?
that is correct.
Okay. And Neverwinter, potentially the Duke, is also a part of the Lord's Alliance, yes?
I believe he is. Let me double check.
Neverember? It should be.
Yeah, he should be.
That's
Yes, he is definitely part of the Lord's Alliance,
okay. Thank you.
as well as Waterdeep,
Hmm.
which you would know.
Yeah.
Pirate King.
Oh, damn it. That's a fair idea, Bosch, but I don't know. I've heard tell that the Zentarim, who are probably the ones behind this, are kind of in deep with some political figures in major cities like this one. I don't know if that would do us more good or harm, honestly. We don't know who's in on this plot or not.
That's a good point. I just didn't know about that stuff. I guess we should also think about if we're going to be poking around, especially wearing the badges he gave us, manage to stir something up. He might be upset.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, maybe we leave all the official stuff. Doesn't seem like it'd be smart to wear around town.
I agree. Yeah, maybe keep that under wraps.
Well, if we're trying to sneak here, maybe we don't want to wait until tomorrow. Maybe we want to go. It's dark.
I mean, we try to stay blended in. Maybe we shouldn't alert the city guards to our presence either. You know, that might be a bad idea.
Okay.
Up to y'all.
I'm going crazy.
So is that a vote for sneaking
no,
at night or
Children's
waiting till
not the
tomorrow?
plan.
Well, two things. One, if these people can all see in the dark, I feel like maybe they'll be more active at night as well, so our odds of catching them off their guard will be low at night, I think. Two, I did just kind of pester Veritas into wasting a lot of his magic.
Ghost Sword will be fine.
Okay, so we try to poke around early in the morning when the people who can see in the dark are going to sleep.
That sounds like a good plan.
That and when we won't look as suspicious poking around, you know?
That too.
Okay.
Alright. In the meantime, better get some rest, I guess. Tomorrow's gonna be an interesting day. Better be prepared.
All right. So you all bed down for another night's rest. I especially ask Eve, you do have a couple of hours before each long rest where you could read your book.
Yes, please.
All right. Add another 8 hours, accounting for some of the other hours that you have gotten the other day.
Oh, thank you.
All right. You awaken again in the morning. Chelvy will come to Veritas. Are you ready to continue practicing?
Yeah.
All right. Chelvy will take Veritas off to do more practice.
Did you guys need me around town today, or should I just get the guys to work?
Aren't we looking around?
Alright, yeah, no, I'll give the boys a day off. Okay.
Eve squints at
So,
Chilbu.
Chilbu sounds the same.
are you picking up how the workers all talk?
Uh, mm, Sometimes Chilbu slips back to old way of talking when at home.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge. It's kind of curious.
Cora says Chilbu should talk like good boy Chilbu, or else people might think he's a hooligan.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Well, it made sense when I worked at the university.
I think you should talk however you're comfortable talking, Chilbu. That's a silly policy. But yeah, anyway. City sweep. Are we doing this?
Seems like the thing to do. So did Bertas already leave?
Eve, you look at your belt and notice that you are weaponless.
Oh no, where'd they go? They left again. They knew we were doing this morning, didn't they? Ah. Anyone see where they went?
Nope.
Don't think so.
Shit. Alright, well. I guess since we don't know where they are, maybe in the meantime we hit up the orphanage to see if Miss Moonrun has any useful information about that part of the city for us.
I mean, let's think real quickly before heading off. Where'd they go? To do whatever it is they were doing. And they don't. Either of them. Well, I don't know about Chelavi. Maybe she does know the city. But where would they go from here?
I mean, either they probably broke into an abandoned building, or like maybe in the sewers. It's probably the safest place. He's doing that shady stuff. Who knows?
Eve rubs the palms
Not
of
a
her
bad idea.
eyes and is like, ugh, we have to search for our friends on top of searching for the kidnapping victims.
Oh, we don't have to. We could go look without him.
Oh, I don't think they'd appreciate that. Alright, well. Anyone have any way to contact them? Or was Veritas the only one who could do something like that?
I don't know. We might still be connected. Go sword! Sword. You go. Nah, I don't think you're listening.
There's one thing I can try.
Oh,
If there
okay.
are any there are any animals outside, maybe they saw where they went. But we could ask people too, but I would always ask animals first.
Good call. That's a good idea.
All right. Roll a perception check. Looking around, you know that some of the best animals for looking out for things are those that are above. And sure enough, you look up and you see some pigeons.
Oh, hey. Hey, do we have any bread? Anything, any good stuff like that?
Eve offers. She opens a jar and offers a pickled radish.
It's kind of like bread, I guess. Thanks. And I will try to hail the pigeon, like, hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Do you cast Speak with Animals?
Yes. Probably should have mentioned that first.
All right. The pigeons look down at you just like, hey, look at this guy. He's trying to signal us or something.
Yep, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
The pigeon looks back shocked. I think it understands what we're saying, boss.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, wise guy. So, you can talk to pigeons, huh?
Once in a while, yeah. This doesn't have to go badly. I actually wanted to ask for help, maybe a little deal.
And what's in it for us?
I don't know what kind of stuff you like. I was going to offer you a radish, but we got other stuff too.
A radish, huh? What, do I look like some kind of capybara or something?
Definitely look like a pigeon.
That's right, I'm a pigeon. We coo and we caw. And we like bread.
Okay.
Not too much bread. Makes us fat. Maybe some nuts and berries if you got any.
Not right now, but I can get them.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Okay. Tell you what, I can't talk like this forever. It's not that I'm saying I'm rushing you, but it's just a thing I can only do for a little while.
The pigeon
If,
turns to his friend. Can you believe this guy?
No, it's pretty hard to believe. Tell you what, if I don't even know that you saw these people. Did you see couple people who were maybe swords sometimes leave this building?
Yeah, a couple of weird ones, them. Yeah, we saw where they went.
Hmm?
Of course, my memory's a little faulty. Maybe a promise of nuts and berries will help jog it.
You're speaking my language right now.
All right.
So if I can't still talk to you by the time I get back with them, I give you some nuts and berries. You lead me to where they went?
Nah. We can arrange something. Just leave them out here where we can get them, here in the alley. We'll swoop down and get them. But if they ain't there by the end of the day, well, let's just say that accidents happen.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me, comprende?
Sure do.
All right. The friends you're looking for, they went down the alleyway there.
Hey.
Watched them go in. Didn't watch them come out.
Sounds like they're still in there then.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't forget the deal, all right?
Dream of it.
Yeah. Wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. And the pigeons will fly up back to the roof.
Okay. So after spending a while kissing these pigeons and kind of going, Bosch will turn to the group and be like, those guys seem kind of tough, but I think we made a deal. So I want to go get some berries because that was part of the whole thing. But it sounds like Veritas and Shelly went down there. Want to go try and find them?
Oh, okay. They didn't like the pickle?
Again?
They didn't like the pickle? She says in a very small voice.
No, they don't.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm pretty sure you're the only person we know that eats pickles. Maybe that's just a pirate thing.
It's not a... It's not a pirate thing, but pickles are a Waterdeep staple.
See? Pirates.
Eve storms off down the alleyway.
All right. Following the directions that the pigeons gave Bosch, Eve, I would like a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
You walk down the alleyway and realize that you forgot something back at the home, at the warehouse, and you go back.
Miss Eve, I thought we were going that way.
Oh yeah, I left something behind. Silly me. It was what was it again?
Oh, all right. Catch you there. Silbu will push forward.
You go down towards the alley. Then a wisdom saving throw. You also forgot something.
Ah, shit. Yo, Miss Eve, wait up.
Oh, what's wrong?
I think we left the oven on.
Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens.
You then remember you have no oven.
Oh wait. For the life of me, I can't remember what I forgot.
Bullets. Didn't bring enough bullets. He goes and pulls extra bullets and puts them in his pockets.
Alright, good and ready now, right?
Alright, let's try again.
Alright, both of you roll wisdom saving throws. Chilbu, you know, today would be a pretty good day for going down to the dock ward and seeing the sights.
You know, Miss Eve, it's been a while since I've seen the docks. I'm gonna take a walk this way first. I'll catch up with you later.
We were there like yesterday. Wait, where are you
Shelby
going?
flutters off.
No, we have a job to do.
Eve, you are able to push forward because you realize that there is a charm protecting this alley meant to ward off anyone who would just walk down it.
Eve smacks her forehead with her palm.
Oh, of course, of course, of course. Why didn't I
Like a
think
fucking
that?
7th level spell or some shit. Go swords.
Helavi, man. She's scary.
Well, I mean, the alternative is someone walks down the alley and she kills them. That's the alternative.
I mean, around here they probably deserved it. You see the pigeon.
And you push farther through, Eve, and all of a sudden, you see them in front of you. A step before they weren't there, and a step now there. You would know that you've just stepped through an illusion that shielded them from sight. And what you see is Chelavi standing in front of a pile of goop that is stretching and straining.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt.
Hello, Eve.
Hi, Chelavi. Wow, you
Ver-
really,
Veritas goes.
laced up tight, didn't you?
Veritas, I would like one more intelligence check.
Ooh.
That's what I was looking for.
Woo!
You see the pile of goop kind of stretch and expand and settle into the form of a half-elf. I would also like you to roll me a d6. The half-elf turns to you, Eve, and you notice that its leg kind of has a limp to it.
What? Veritas, is that you?
Looking at Eve, you hear a younger voice say, "Hello there, Miss Eve. It's unexpected to see you here. I am sorry for the inconvenience. My dear sister here has been helping me with my transformation. I thought that this would be more beneficial to us if I was able to maintain a human form while here in Neverwinter. There's a sort of more of like a gracefulness with how Veritas speaks.
Eve just kind of stares for a second and then like jogs over and holds up a hand as high as she can for a high five.
Good freaking work on that! Wow, very impressive!
Thank you very much.
He's not quite all the way there, but this is a very good start.
Certainly is. By the way, you're supposed to slap this.
Waves her hand.
He takes his arm and then he smacks it. His leg, where you see the limp on his leg, it was jiggled a bit from the slap.
Alright,
Very
alright.
much. Still needs some work.
Off to a great start, though. We'll work on the non-verbal communication a little bit too. Gestures are important.
Duly noted.
But anyway, we were going to be starting our sweep of the city. Are you guys ready?
Yes, I think this will probably be as much as we can do today.
I
And
think so, dear sister.
and the best practice right now will be trying to make sure that you're moving okay. So, what kind of search will we be doing?
Ah, good question. Right now the only lead we have to go on is that it's underground somewhere. So I guess we're gonna be getting up by the castle and sweeping the area for any underground entrances we might be able to stumble across.
You see Veritas taking out the staff of detect magic and is using it as to support him as he limps.
We might maybe want to stop off for any tips at the orphanage that might be provided. Don't know if that's gonna get us anywhere, but it's a better start than nothing.
Well then, let's be on our way, Eve.
Alright, let's head back down the alley.
All right, you head back down the alley and sorry, where were you going to start your search?
Maybe stop off and ask Cora Moonrun if she knows anything about that part of the city and any underground entrances there by chance. And if not, we just go there and start sweeping, I guess.
All right. I suppose just to ask, since it's something that Chilbu does first thing in the morning, did anyone sign Chilbu's thing?
Oh, Eve is signing that daily now.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I should have mentioned.
All right, so until otherwise stated, Eve will be Chilbu's thing.
Yeah.
I should mention, Josh was suitably intimidated by the pigeons that he went immediately to get nuts and berries.
The mafia pigeons?
Hopefully
there
Boss
isn't a
remembers
place-
where the market is.
If there isn't a place even nearer, then I know where there is a fruit stall. That was all the way back by the entrance to the city.
Right. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
Okay.
Just see how quickly you can find a stall, or if you need to go back. Funny enough, there is a dried fruit stand just around the corner that you quickly discovered.
Nice. Okay. Then I will spend gold on red fruit.
All right.
Which I'm hoping will get me quite a bit of dried fruit.
Right. How much? One more time.
Gold?
10 gold? Or
I said
gold?
1.
1 gold. Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies.
All right.
With a gold, you're actually able to purchase quite a bit, like a whole, like the bag it comes in. You're gonna have to use 2 hands for.
Well, it's not all for the pigeons. Now we have snacks too.
And you, as you're bringing this back, you see Eve and Celebi coming out of that alley, as well as a cloud of brimstone as Chilbu bamps into existence next to next to Eve, holding 2 guppies.
Nice morning by the docks.
Oh,
Oh, what you were looking for?
goodness, scared me. Yep, found him. Gestures to him.
Hello there, Chilbu. Nice catch.
The fuck are you?
I am Veritas. Extends out a hand to shake. Chilbu's hand.
Absolutely.
Chilbu stares at Chelavi for confirmation.
Chelby nods.
Alright. Fine. Chilbu will shake his hand.
Gives you a smile. Hello there, Bosch.
You? Hey, you want some dried fruit? I got a whole lot.
That sounds great. And he grabs a handful. Thank you.
Offer around anybody who wants some dried fruit.
Oh, thanks, I'm good.
Munches on a pickle.
I look like a pigeon to you?
You like the salty, sour things, huh? Nope. Just being, hospitable.
Bosch, you
Pick up
feel like
some
you have
bacon?
eyes on you.
Mhm.
You turn around and you see pigeons on the rooftop watching you.
Mhm. I'll do a little. What would you call that? A little hand wave, and bring out the dried fruit to the alleyway that was designated.
All
Like, how many pigeons are watching me? Is it like the birds, or is it just some pigeons?
Somewhere in between.
Okay.
Like, they're not all covered, but there's certainly a lot more pigeons than there was a moment ago. And they're
Yeah,
definitely watching you.
If there are that many, because I thought it was just the two, then I will actually leave all of the dried fruit.
Do you just leave the bag, or do you dump it out in the alley?
I don't expect them to eat off the ground. I'm going to leave the bag.
All right, and do you open up the bag to let them have access to it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, roll a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Okay. Does danger sense apply?
Yes, you are technically aware of what is coming. Acutely aware. And you are able to successfully dodge out of the way of the cloud of pigeons that descends on this bag. There are feathers and cooing everywhere.
Oh my.
And like a swarm of locusts, they devour the insides of the bag. There are even holes in the bag now. And just as suddenly as they appeared, they disappear, leaving only the two pigeons that you had spoken to. They give you a nod before flying away.
I can respect a healthy appetite. Bosh, are you alright?
Yeah. Fine. I think, I don't know. May have new friends in the pigeon world now.
That's good. Friends are good.
I like having friends.
Oh,
You like having friends, Shobu?
dock pigeons might not be the best of friends, fellas. Not everybody
Got
is
the job
fun.
done
Dock
today.
pigeons are a little dangerous. You might want to watch your back. Alright, just watch your back.
Veritas extends a hand out to Bosch.
Take his hand. You just going to? Are you going in to shake my hand?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I mean, we've met already, but this is nice.
Non-verbal communication. Isn't that right, Eve?
Eve gives 2 thumbs up.
Oh. Well, this is. I mean, you got pretty good at getting that form.
I could not have done that without dear sister.
She must be a good teacher.
I do what I can. But we have work to be done. Shall we move on?
Let's hop to it.
All right. So you're going to the orphanage to ask
Mhm.
Moon about what she knows about the dead city.
That's my idea, unless you guys want to not.
I mean, are there maps of the city in the House of Knowledge?
Mm. That's true. I guess we don't technically
What-
have to.
That kind of stuff not be in apps and books that you could find there.
Fair point. Alright, well, I guess let's start there then. That's closer, right?
Somewhere in the castle capital, didn't the lady I communicate to
Oh,
say that she didn't move that far away?
yeah, I think so.
Just a passing thought.
Well, what is the castle ward? What does that mean? Is it like just the castle? Is it
In general, the castle ward usually means the area around the castle. Or at least that's how it is in Waterdeep.
That's how it is in Neverwinter as well.
So, I think that's probably a better lead to start on than the Dead City. If she's really sure that she's not there. But, map! Orphanage! Castle ward sweep.
okay?
So, for the map, that would be the House of Knowledge, I assume?
Mhm.
And you're what, just looking for a map of the Dead City or anything specific?
I think map of the city in general if we're starting with the castle ward, but you would also wonder about a map of the Dead City if possible as well.
Alright,
Just
those are easy enough to acquire. And now these are public records that they have, so if you want a copy of it for yourself, you'll have to give them a little bit of time to copy them down. But they tell you that copies of these maps will be available to you at the end of the day.
You got anything about like maybe sewer systems, caves, tunnels, anything may have been dug city past? Anything like that?
For that, roll an investigation check.
Oh no.
You may
I still
roll.
do.
So you can the two of you can either roll it separately, or you can help another one.
You're rolling higher than me, girl. Go ahead and handle it.
We roll it separately then. Am I rolling or is someone?
Oh, it's either me and you roll, or you roll with advantage.
Oh. Oh, I mean,
With the 23, you are able to find some older records of the city that do show a sewer system that was being constructed, but you also find that there are further records showing that most of these collapsed in the volcanic eruption. And the reconstruction project has yet to get to these. And has yet to fully categorize all of the systems that survived the eruption.
all right. Found some stuff. Good idea. Oh. Can't take it out though. I guess we'll ask them to copy this in case we don't find what we're looking for today. Just try to memorize it as much as we can in the meantime.
Eve stares intently at the maps.
Alright, you commit what you can to memory.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. While the memory's still fresh.
So
Okay,
you start
so we're
searching.
Where's the bush? Colin?
We're going to search now or going to the orphanage?
I think we were stopping at the orphanage first, unless you want to jump to it.
I'll go ahead and talk to Cora if you want to.
Okay.
Just seem real excited about going.
Well. My mentality is it's always best to gather as much information as you can before you rush out and do something. Knowledge is power. We need all the power we can get.
Alright, well, heading to the orphanage to ask Cora about the dead city. I will check what she knows.
And the castle ward.
She knows about as much as you could possibly know with a natural 20. And that's not to say that she knows everything, she just knows everything that she could know. So, she would tell you about the dead city, that there's a reason it's called the Dead City. Back when it first appeared, back when the crevice first appeared after the eruption, the dead started to rise surrounding it. This negative energy almost seemed to exude from the crevice. And while it's been patched with enchantment work and such, there's still leaks. So mostly the guard will occasionally send in patrols to try and cull as much as they can without risking too much, just to try and keep the numbers down. Albeit, it has been a while since I've heard of the guards actually finding any. So maybe the leaks have finally stopped. As for the castle ward, I'm afraid that I don't go there very often. even less nowadays. It's a nice enough place. The people there are kind of uptight. I don't really have much to say about the castle ward, sorry.
Not a problem. Thank you anyway.
Eve will also keep her informed of what they've learned about the Harpers.
The Harpers were the ones targeted by the abductions?
That's what was suggested to me. Mind you, I'm not 100% sure about the reliability of the source, but I think it's a trustworthy source. And it would make sense because we attempted to contact... Oh god, I'm sorry. Which one was she?
Gwen.
Gwen. We attempted to contact Ms. Gwyn, and she confirmed that she's been taken. But she's okay. She's alive.
That's
but she
good,
was
I guess.
Mhm. But we're gonna do our damnedest to get her back, along with the rest of them.
Be careful. Please. But if you can help them, that is appreciated.
We'll do our best.
If things look bad, don't be afraid to run. My place is open to you and can protect.
Alright. Hopefully it won't come to that, but we'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
And thank you.
While you guys were having this serious conversation, Veritas was playing with the children.
All right. So, after that, you, I presume, head to the castle ward and start searching around.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll a survival check. A group one, yes.
Veritas is also using the staff for detect magic.
Right, your detect magic staff. I will let you know if you... It allows you to cast detect magic, so basically
Yes.
3 times you'd be able to... 3 10-minute periods of detect magic. I will let you know if that results in anything.
Okay.
Alright. So, wandering around, you go and check these locations that you learned of that have these underground sewers. And most of them are collapsed and unusable. A few of them, it's just a small section. But all of them have all entrances have the same thing in common, is that it is a ladder that goes down to it. And you would know that it was stairs that Gwen went down.
We're not getting anywhere with this.
Well, we might have learned one thing, though.
What?
I do not believe that she is in the sewers.
Alright. Maybe some unconnected underground area then.
So perhaps,
Mhm.
perhaps then something more private, like a cellar or a basement, or a dungeon or a crypt. But that does narrow things down from the whole city to just a few locations.
Do we even know which buildings have basements?
There are a lot of buildings in the city. The castle ward. Honestly, a lot of them are high class living, so I feel like most of them would have basements.
Yes, even a few of them might have crypts.
Ah,
Our search is expanding as we speak. Have I detected anything or no so far?
You have not detected anything, but I'd also like you to roll a perception check.
All right.
You catch a glimpse of Nistul heading towards the castle. And you sense nothing magical.
Mind connect with Eve. The stool. She's heading to the castle.
that's. Oh boy. That's one lead, but in a different direction. Probably has little to do with this, but that's also very important. Hmm. Alright. Thanks, Veritas. Maybe we can listen in?
As a note, it is starting to get late. Each of these activities did take a little bit of time. And as well as traveling around the city, it is late afternoon at this point.
How far away is our building from the castle, by foot?
900 feet, 800 feet.
Alright. I feel like we're not making much progress out here. And I am very curious about this meeting of theirs. Especially if it involves Miss Kench. Maybe we just find somewhere private and have a listen. Or no?
Call me crazy, but do we want to just talk to Stool? Maybe she'll want to help.
Eve looks very hesitant.
Mm. We don't know anything about this, Bosch. I don't know.
Right, well, I have more experience with magic folks. I'll trust you on this.
Was a fair idea, but I don't know if that's a wise choice. We have no idea what her alliances are. And to be honest, she creeps me out a little bit.
don't even know what she looks like.
Now that's part of it.
I'll admit, it is surprising to see an illusion of that strength.
You noticed it too.
Yes, it seems to be a combination of illusion, magical darkness, and maybe even some enchantment. It's honestly the best magic I've seen in a while. And yet, I can't feel it.
You can't feel it.
No.
And you can feel all other magic.
If I focus.
My staff doesn't do anything.
Yes, and you know your staff is working because you can sense all of your companions' magical items, as well as your own. So you know it's working. But you did not sense anything magical on this duel.
Is there anywhere close, relatively close to the castle or where we are right now, that is reasonably private or abandoned or low traffic?
There is an alleyway that you can duck into. That seems to be of almost no traffic whatsoever.
Guys, why don't we just duck in there and listen? I don't want to miss the opportunity if she's already in there talking, you know? And we can keep watch, make sure nobody sneaks
man.
on us.
I can take a look out.
Alright. I guess, can I have a group stealth check?
All right.
Damn.
Chilbu, were you in infiltrator mode?
Nope, but it looks like my very first roll was what I needed. Or shoot, am I only no because I have the mithril, right? Or
That's right. You have a mithril, so you're good.
So yeah, I'm straight. Yeah.
Woo!
All right. You are able to follow Nastool without being noticed. Or at least you feel like you're not being noticed.
Oh no. Was that what we were doing?
You said you wanted to keep an eye on her, right?
I meant with well, it probably wouldn't have worked anyway. Sure, let's go with it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, keep an eye on her. Children snuck forward.
I was gonna listen with the con. That's okay. She's a powerful wizard. It wouldn't have worked anyway.
Also, you are not familiar with her, as you don't even know what she looks like.
True fair.
She would have had a lot of things going for her on that save.
That is fair.
Also, as a wizard, they are proficient.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it... Yeah, with the modifier she would have had, and the bonuses that she normally has, she would have literally had to roll a natural 1 to fail it.
Double nat 1.
Jesus.
Yes, actually double nat 1, funny enough.
Oh no.
We could always try scrying on Lord Neverember. Guessing he is not a wizard.
But you presume that that would be the person she's meeting.
That's true. That's a good point.
But we followed
Whereas
her.
Bosch doesn't know this.
So, you follow her to the castle. Now, getting to the castle and sneaking up will be almost impossible. There are guards that are on duty. They are still, while they are slightly more laxed than they were when you first arrived in Neverwinter, having received the news that the dragon is dead, there is still kind of a heightened presence. It seems like the rollback on the heightened awareness is going to be slow. So, barring magical means, you won't be able to sneak into the castle without anyone noticing.
Yeah, I feel like this was a bad idea. What are we doing?
I was just following what you were saying, Miss Eve.
I'm sorry, I was really curious, but now I'm having regrets. Maybe we just try to listen in on the key with the shell? The Duke? She says very quietly, since we're near the castle.
Oh, we could try that out. Could take a chance that she comes back the same way and try to follow where she ends up.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Maybe find somewhere nearby to camp out.
Is there anywhere nearby
What
that
a-
is...
There is some shrubbery and trees that you could try to hide in. Give me. I'll need one more group stealth check because this is from the guards this time.
Oh, no!
All right. You dive into some bushes and start staking out the castle. And you attempt to use the conch?
Mm-hmm.
Who is the target?
Duke Neverember.
Alright, the Lord Protector Neverember.
This is so many good decisions all at once.
Listen, the opportunity presented itself.
Alright.
Just in case Chilbu's also going back into Kenku mode. It's less suspicious.
Good call.
Alright. Putting your ear up to the conch, you try to focus in on what's going on inside the castle. At first, all you hear is the sound of the ocean, but then it fades into... Ah, hello, Nistul. It is a pleasure to see you again. To what do I owe this visit? It has come to my attention that there are people going missing in your city. Ah, you noticed. We've been trying to keep it on the down low, but a member of the Circle of Eight would probably notice such a thing. So, what about it? I have come to ask why you have not hired anyone to investigate it. Well, like I said, we're trying to keep it on the down low. Something like this will cause a panic, especially after tensions are high. Then hire someone on the down low. Well, Look, you know as well as I do that they don't want us looking into it. I know. You know? I just wanted to see if I was wrong. Oh. Then... Look, they told me as soon as that they had all the Harpers, they'd stop taking civilians too. And we don't know where they are, and I can't just send a brigade into the Dead City. If there's anything you can do to help, that would be the best. You know that I can't interfere with things that's so local as this. But I'd rather it not become something more than local. I'll see what I can do quietly. But they are watching us. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if someone was listening to us right now. Well, if you think that, don't worry. I am monitoring the room. I'll know if anyone is listening to us right now. Yes, you can, Eve.
Yep, let's do that.
Eve hangs up the conch.
Beep. And remember, this is audible, so all of you heard that.
Okay, so now do we want to talk to her?
Let's just get out of here. Yes. Let's just go for now.
You're
Oh,
sure
we'll
you
talk
don't want
about-
to talk to me? You see the cloaked figure of Nastool standing about 10 feet away from where you are.
I guess we're talking.
Hello.
So we're talking.
Hello there.
You most certainly are adventurers, snooping around in business that isn't quite your own.
Yes.
I mean, a
well,
little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that, but if it makes you feel any better, this actually is kind of our business because we are actually currently searching for the abductees at the moment. So perhaps we can work together?
I'm afraid that we cannot work together.
You said you couldn't interfere. Well, we can keep you abreast of what we need.
Look, if you continue down what you're going down, you're going to involve yourself in something that's a lot bigger than you think.
He stands up and dusts himself off from hiding in the bush.
I think we've already been involved in stuff way bigger than we think. Wouldn't you say, Eve?
Absolutely what I was just about to say myself. Think think we're a little bit late to the party for avoiding that.
Right. Yes, most definitely adventurers. Well, then... Then I will give you a single piece of information, as that is probably the extent of what I can help with, perhaps even more. Lady Gwyn of the Harpers was not kidnapped by the same people that kidnapped the other Harpers.
Huh? There are multiple different kidnappers?
As far as I know, there's only just the two.
Alright. Thank you, that is very helpful. I don't suppose you have any leads on what the other one might be? That group?
Unfortunately, I do, but I can't tell you that. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
And it will likely become more familiar if you keep involving yourself in this. A lot of times the price of power is restraint.
I see.
Well, we appreciate the aid you've been able to give, and your forgiveness for our rudeness.
She smiles sheepishly.
I was an adventurer like you once. But then something happened. I wasn't gonna say it, but but I was thinking I was thinking it for sure.
I had to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone was thinking that.
And then suddenly Eve got struck in the knee with an arrow.
Ah! Karma!
Anyway,
That's why I have this wobbly leg.
Anyway, I don't want to keep the Lord Protector busy. I'm certain that we'll see each other again, though. But please, be careful.
You've been hearing that a lot lately, too. Thank you.
It's because care must be needed. And she will vanish.
Well, that could have gone worse.
Yeah.
A lot worse.
Are you, Miss Eve Harket and the, Fey Eaters?
Feywild. Eat the Feywild, we like to be called.
Eat the Feywild, yes, of course. My apologies. You see a man in a tuxedo and a long tailcoat. Please, forgive my manners. I am the housekeeper of... Oh, fuck. I can't even... So many names. God damn it. Hold on. I am the housekeeper of House Eschatel. And I've been told to invite you to a party that will be occurring in the morrow.
So is Butler just casually talking to a group hiding in a bush?
Well, I was on my way to your abode, but... Well, here you are.
I suppose we weren't doing a very good job of hiding, but interesting. To a party, you say? That's a very
Hey,
common
hey, get together.
invitation. Ah, uh, may we know from whom this invitation is coming?
That would be my lady Adriana Echetel.
Not to be
That name
rude,
ring a
but
bell?
how do we know her?
Chilbu, you would know that that is a rather prominent figure in Neverwinter. One of the leading contributors in the rebuilding, like funding-wise.
Okay. Chilbu is currently a Kenku. But Chilbu does know that.
And I suppose I should be specific. The invitation, as it was stated on it, is for a Yves Harket, a Bosch, a Chilbu, and Veritas.
Oh, how interesting. I did not
Bosch, roll
think-
insight.
Okay.
You think back to what you wrote on the property title.
So no invite for Virgil? Did you put Tia on there too?
I believe it was, and Virgil as well. Because if I recall correctly, it was Eve, Bosch, Chilbu, Veritas, and Virgil were who you wrote down. Bosch.
I think he did put
Don't know if I
Tia
took
down.
notes on that.
Pretty sure he put
Did
Tia
I put
down, and I
Tia?
was like, when did I split my building with that bitch? Like
Yeah.
my head. I remember being very my head being like, yo, like that's another cut. But
Did you write down Tia?
Let me see if I took a note on that.
Because I thought I kept track of every one that got written down on it.
I did not write down exactly who was on the deed.
But Jason and Cassandra, you both feel confident that Tia was written down?
yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it in the video very quickly, but
Yeah, I'm like 80%, man. Like I'm pretty sure I remember it having a visceral reaction as Shilbu, who was not there at the time.
You're sure it wasn't towards Veritas?
I mean, I always have a constant reaction towards Veritas, but this was different.
Or was your reaction towards Virgil for leaving?
Pretty sure Tia was mentioned at least.
Yeah, because he started. Well, yeah, he started writing down names. I'm pretty sure. Because I remember in my head also wondering why Televi was left off. Well, if we're throwing in pets,
All right.
You're
Not
saying
pets,
Tia
but
is a
mounts.
pet?
you said Tia's a pet.
Putting
Mounts.
pets that I would put Pebs in there.
Mounts. Fine, mounts. Put in mounts.
But I think the point stands that the exact people who were on the deed are
Yes.
the ones who were invited.
Yes, the people who are on the deed were the people who were invited. I will double check for next time. But yes, he says the names, which definitely include Eve, Bosch, Chilbu, and Veritas. And of course, you are invited as honored guests. So no need to worry about self-defense or anything like that. It will be provided. And of
We can
course,
take care of ourselves, but the appreciation is there nonetheless.
we expect a dress code to be followed.
Veritas looks down to his clothes.
They are rather simple. It would behoove you to dress for the occasion.
That's a very kind and generous invitation. We may potentially be occupied on the morrow. When exactly will this party be taking place?
At sundown.
Occupied.
Ah. You're certain that I cannot convince you otherwise?
We are very appreciative of the invite, but this is actually incredibly urgent business. Otherwise, we would not consider turning down such a lovely invitation.
Then I suppose you should open the invitation.
Huh?
Did he give us an envelope?
Yes, he did hand over a card. It's kind of folded in half. It's very nice. It's like gold trim on it. You suspect it might actually be gold.
He will crack it open.
You open it up, and it does have the general things of like a noble like invitation of just like you are invited to Eschaton Estate on the morrow of such and such is the date. And at the bottom, if you do not come, then the safety of Agatha Gwyn will not be guaranteed. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, God!
Chilbu
Alright.
shoots the butler.
Literally.
Adabra. I will get her name eventually. It's Adabra Gwyn.
Okay.
Oh, man.
If I just type it out over and over again, I will remember it. Right? That's how memory works, right?
Cadabra.
That's how this works, right? Right?
Some people.
Right.